Hello, 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 Sagittarius. Welcome, welcome. My name is Patty, for those that are brand new, and I am an empath that is doing your intuitive tarot. This tarot is divine driven, so that means I pull from the second dimension. I ask for divine's help in guiding you and helping you with challenges. Maybe you're trying to make a decision, things of that nature. And then I do a current and future type reading as well with astrology and numerology. But my main energy is definitely the divine, because that is our source. Everything else is a resource. So hopefully this will be fun for you. You'll get some answers, and we will get started. So I'm going to use an oracle deck here for the first 3 cards. This is going to be our sort of our theme. I'll get some clarity off of these, but then I'm going to do a 7-card spread, which is called a horseshoe spread, and then we're going to go from there. It's going to tell me a little bit about your past, your present, what's going on with you presently, what your weaknesses are and challenges are. All right, so let's get going here. All right, if you hear a little bit of a humming in the background, I have a fan going. It is so hot in here, and I don't have my air conditioning up yet. It's a little too early here in Oregon. That one was first, this one was second. So I don't want to put it up yet because we have the old-fashioned ones where you have to put a thing in the window. It gets dark. I don't like it. I don't like dark. I've got to have a lot of light. All right, so let's get this third energy out. Ooh, yay. It's got some newness coming here. Woohoo. Some ending and newness here. Okay, so the Divine's card for the first energy, and again, this is the main source that I pull all my readings from, is about the watery fairy. And that watery fairy is about your feelings and emotions, and it's the number 10. Okay? The number 10 is about something completing and something beginning, with that meaning that whatever is ending could be due to your emotions and feelings. It could also be towards how you're handling something. Maybe you're letting your emotions and feelings get in the way rather than using the facts. So this is something that the divine is probably trying to reach out, saying, don't let your feelings control you, your emotions control you. Look at all the facts. Look at everything else, you know. Welcome, welcome. The current energy is risk, which is the number 4. So this might be part of the issue here, that maybe somebody's afraid to take the risk and their feelings and emotion get in the way, and it's going to hold you back. It also could mean that maybe there is too much risk and you need to be stable in your thinking process. So I'm not sure where that's going. We'll get some more clarity on that risk, definitely. And your future energy, which I usually look at the astrology a little bit more with this future card, but we'll get some clarity on this as well. Again, we have something ending and something beginning. We have the death card, and that's the number 10. So everybody thinks the death card or the, anything to do like the tower is a negative. It's not a negative. It's actually something that's ending. For some people, it's like, whew, glad that's over. And then something new is beginning, or it is something that is ending and it needs to end so that you have a growth and a learning process and you can keep moving on. Death can be a risk, because some people live their life in fear, and people that are living in fear, they don't want to take that risk. They'd rather be safe than sorry, kind of a thing. So let's take a look at what the spread is going to say, and then we'll go from there and do some clarifications. And at the very end, I'll do some love and relationship. I'll pull some cards for love and relationship, because, like I said, divine is my main source of energy here. So sometimes he doesn't have love for a lot of people, but for some there is. So that's why I'm going to start doing the love and relationships in the end. All right. So this spread, this horseshoe spread, is going to share a little bit more about you in your past, your current, and your future, and what is hindering you in the sense of this reading here. So let's see what we've got. again, I apologize if there's a humming sound. I have a fan going. We're hot here. I'm sure wherever you guys are, it's probably getting hot too. But Oregon is going through a heat phase for a couple of days. I think we can get used to it. It'll get me ready for I am taking a vacation at the end of the month, going to Orlando, Florida. If any of you are in Orlando, Florida at Universal the end of the month, pop in and say hello. Or if you see me, say hello. All right. So somebody does definitely, their past has been full of choices that really just didn't go the way that they'd hoped to. It's sort of like their feelings they got all this hope going, and then it didn't just happen the way that they wanted to. It actually turned completely the opposite way. So this is why somebody's afraid to take a risk, that if they do something and they do something new, that it may go back to the way the past was. Can't think that way, because the thing is, when we have something in front of us, we have to begin to make a decision basis on love or fear. And the fear needs to stay sort of away, because, and I'll explain what I mean by this here in a second, is that if I base something off of fear that's from a past experience, that's from past, that might have happened, or a past relationship, a past hurt, or whatever. Fear is that anticipation it's going to happen again. However, most of us have matured or learned something from that experience that we don't want to repeat it again. And we've matured a little bit in our thinking process. So we're not going to allow that to happen again. So for somebody, their feelings and emotions got in the way. And maybe they were actually, it's like dating, a guy or a girl. I'm a woman, so I always refer to guys. But the thing is, a guy will usually say exactly, like, I'm looking for somebody serious. I want to get married. And they're saying, oh, I'm not ready to get married. I just want to, have fun right now. And your mind still says, I want to get married. Oh, he wants to get married. It's like something disconnects in a lot of people's brains, but because they don't listen to what that person is saying. So then he'll say, well, do you want to go out again? Sure. So you're thinking, oh, he's interested because I want a serious relationship. And he's like, just wanting to have fun. And you go on for a week or two or three or maybe a month or so. And you're like, well, what's going on here? Well, he said it to you, but you're not paying attention. This is where your emotions and your feelings get sort of kerfuffled in understanding really what that person is saying. It's saying our expectations plus their reality equals our frustration because we're not looking at their reality first. Okay? So that, I don't know if that helped anybody. So there is a risk in this, in whatever that you're going to be doing, but you got to begin to sort of let those feelings and emotions take a back seat. There might be something coming up again with somebody that you've already known. However, this is going to turn. This is a current energy here, in this present time energy. Something is going to come and it's going to turn. And this might scare somebody because this might feel too good to be true. Okay? So your feelings and your emotions for somebody is going to get all wrapped up into it. It's like when somebody asks you to marry you, it's like, oh my gosh, your feelings and your emotions get all wrapped up into it and that kind of a thing. And it will turn your world completely around. But you have to sort of take into account, this is a lifetime commitment. Do I really want to do this? Do I not? More of the factual is like, can I see myself living without this person in my life? Do it backwards. Can I see myself living without this person in my life? The answer is like, oh my gosh, I could never live with without this person in my life. Then that's the person, those kind of a things. But it's got to be a two-way street. So somebody actually is going to have a very beautiful, beautiful reconnection with somebody. Now, it doesn't mean that this is going to be a love connection, but this is a reconnection with somebody here in this week. Again, this is for the 7th through the 13th. And there's a new moon in here. It could be somewhere around the new moon. So that's a very likely possibility. All right. And then, somebody gets in their head way too much. definitely get in their head way too much. But whatever this is going to happen, this with this person that you reconnect, it's sort of going to happen fast. It's sort of like all of a sudden you'll hear from them, or it's just out of the blue, or something like that, and it's going to happen pretty fast. And it's up to you, because there might be some travel in it, so that's the risk you might have to take, or somebody has to take. So pay attention to that. It all just depends on where you go too. Being a travel agent in the day, there's a lot of things are opening up, but there's a lot more restrictions too. They change all the time. So and also too, one of the qualities that is hindering you is that you end up trying to figure things out perfectly for somebody. It's like you've got to have all the ducks in the row just right. It's almost like the sun has to be aligned with the moon and Jupiter and maybe Saturn, and then I'll do it. That you go overthink it. So there's nothing perfect. It's never going to happen perfectly. So is it really something you want to do? I don't know what this is for somebody, but it's like, when you say, oh, well, I want to have a baby when I'm married. I want to have it when I'm 25. I want to have a girl. I want to have this. I'm going to do it this way. And then all of a sudden, you're at a different age and you're pregnant and you have a boy, and it doesn't happen that way. Life just doesn't happen that way, that it's going to be all in alignment. It's not going to happen. But don't overthink it. Somebody's overthinking it, and you're looking at the wrong truth about this. See, and then if you overthink it, then you worry too much about the risk. Then you start getting into that fear into your head again. You start thinking too much, you get into your head. Then you're like, man, I don't want to do it. You know what? You could think of all the wrong things that could go wrong. Why not think of all the right things that can go right? So there's something here, because it's definitely, you're having an opportunity, and it could change your world completely, 180. So this is beautiful, and something ends and something's beginning. So you sort of have to look at that. But you're getting in your head way too much, all right? And you definitely don't listen to your intuition. This is the thing that holds you back. This is the thing that sort of keeps you stuck, is that you don't listen to your intuition. Your intuition tells you a lot of the times, I wouldn't do that. Oh, yeah, you should go for that. Your intuition, that little piece in you, that heart that tugs on you, that says, that's your spirit. That's your soul. That's your spirit that is telling you. But this is part of what is keeping you sort of stuck. All right. So try to listen to your intuition for whatever is going on here. This thing that is either working on your feelings, somebody's, wants to control their feelings all the time. What's wrong with crying? If you're hurt or you're sad, there's nothing wrong with crying. I used to be one of those hard shells that never cry, never cry, never cry, never cry. Even my daughter's like, I never see you cry. Are you human? And I'm like, yes, I'm human, but I prefer to be strong. But she had this unrealistic concept that my mother doesn't care because she doesn't cry. She doesn't show emotions. So it's really sort of wrong for us to not show emotions. However, we do not want to control. I mean, we want to control our emotions, not have them control us. If it's sad, somebody passed away, yes, it's going to cry. If I cry on the dime for everything, then you got to ask, are you in menopause? Are you having menopause? Are you on a roller coaster with your emotions? Yes. Okay. So I'm going to do some clarification here on the watery fairy, which is God or divine's energy. Definitely wants you to have joy. Definitely wants you to. Okay, so there's definitely somebody. Looks like there might be some travel here. So maybe the fear is to travel, and maybe the fear is that it looks good to be true. Okay, and it could be. However, I don't think it is. So this is also something that is going to bring you joy. It's like, I want the good for you. I want, the best for you. I want things to, I want you to be happy. But this is going to come fast because we do have the Knight of Cups and we do have the Ten of Wands, which is definitely about travel and communication. So maybe you're talking to a travel agent. Are you calling me later? Anyway, this is going to bring you joy. Please just make sure that the divine is saying, because this is the number 10 again. Something is going to finish and complete, and you're going to woohoo, go on your way, and you're going to be happy, happy kind of a thing. This is all good and dandy. However, remember to listen to your intuition because you're not good at that. Okay? I'm going to go back to that because that's divine. Intuition is divine. Okay? Or if you listen to the wrong thing, that could be dangerous. However, most intuition is a good thing. The fan is blowing my hair everywhere. So this is beautiful. This is really beautiful. Okay, so let's get some clarification on the Death card. What this future energy is. What is going to be ending. What is going to be beginning. Let's see if we can get an answer in that. And then I can do the risk card too. I think I have some time to do the risk card. Get clarification on the risk card. And then at the end, I'll do your love relationships here. Oh, okay. So it looks like something that caused you hurt, which ended, apparently, because we have the Three of Swords, the Moon, and Justice. So we have two arcanas, which are major arcanas. And so something definitely did get hurt. Something that you didn't know about. Something that all of a sudden came out of the blue. Something that just started and just boom, sort of hit you, took you off your feet for a second, pulled the rug from under you. I don't know if this is a secret. I don't know if it's a betrayal. I don't know what this is. However, it caused pain. It caused a lot of pain. Again, this is where your feelings and your emotions got involved. Okay? But just know that whatever is going to happen, divine is working on it. And you know what? He always gets even. So the justice is there. So whatever is ended, now you can actually heal and move on to what it is that you're supposed to be bringing joy to. You've got a lot of joy in here. You've got a lot of joy. You've got a lot of change and transformation. However, this transformation is big. It is going to change you. Whatever this is going on with you, this is going to change. It's big and it's ready to turn around. But it's got to be you that turns it around. Nobody else can turn it around but you and divine. And if you can't do it yourself, you have to say, divine, I need the strength. I need I need the wisdom. I need to know how to change this around. Show me, and he'll give you something. But definitely, this pain is gone. It's over. The healing needs to start, and you have a new beginning. So the healing, this future card here with the planets is about June and July. Okay, so about that time. So, give yourself some time to heal if this is you. If it is a relationship, take time to do that before you jump into another one. Because if you do jump into another one right away, there's a risk that it's not going to last because it's not divine sent. Divine never sends somebody when we need to heal because he knows that we need to heal and be whole to go into the next relationship. All right. And on that note, we'll go to love and relationships. But he does. He knows that we have to. And so if we get our feelings too emotionally involved, a lot of the times we get into the wrong relationships because, that word, what do they call that? The rebound, when somebody, I don't want to be your rebound. I don't want to be a rebound. Well, that's because somebody hasn't healed. So if you think that you're even going to maybe be a rebound, think twice before you do anything with that person because they need to heal. Okay? And again, you have to listen to your intuition because that's your weakness. This is your challenge. Somebody just doesn't pay attention to their intuition. Even if it was slapping you in the face, you'd just say, no, I want to do this. Because that, again, is world versus heart. World versus spirit. And you want to do everything from the world, and your spirit saying, no, I'm trying to protect you, I'm trying to guide you, I'm trying to bring you the best guy, best female I've got out there, but you won't let me because you won't pay attention to your intuition. All right. So let's see what Love Boat has to offer. I guess I'm thinking of boats because all the cruises, all the cruise lines now are getting ready to sail. That's all they're talking about in the sale in my company. Cruises, cruises, cruises. And I'm like, I'll do a Disney cruise. That ship is coming up. The Wish is now coming up in 2022. So I'll be doing that. But first, we're going to Orlando at the end of the month. And that does mean that I will keep doing readings. I mean, I will probably record some readings while I'm in Orlando, having some fun in Universal the end of the month. So if you are in Florida, come and say hello. I don't know. I might take my cards. Maybe I might take my cards. Some of them. Okay, so we have the Swan Queen. What did I say? Transformation, intuition, and patience. Oh, man, I just said those, didn't I? Okay, so transformation. So maybe this is a time of transformation for you. Pay attention. It might be a risk. You might think it's a risk, but if you take the risk, you know what? It might be just beautiful. Now, this might be not a relationship. This might be a job or whatever, before. This is about a relationship here. So if you're in a transformation, that might be, you're going from friends to lovers. Maybe you're going to friends and getting married. If people say, oh, why, that's sort of fast. If it's divine driven, it will happen real fast. And it will feel good. Your energies, your emotions, your feelings will feel great. And you'll know that this is the one. You will, definitely. Because this is the number 4. This is about stability. This is about growing stability. The unconditional love, the loyal love, that kind of a thing. But you do have to have some patience in there, because somebody might be at this level to get ready to get married, and somebody might be just down here. And then you go out and you're doing something and you're having fun, and all of a sudden, boom, it hits. They're ready to get married. So that is the divine saying, you know what? This is your one. Okay. So really pay attention to that. My gosh, I cannot. Thank you. I cannot do this. So we just went through the North Node for a eclipse. Interesting. So it says step out of your comfort zone. Step out of your comfort zone. That's the North Node. We just have the North Node that happens when we have eclipses. So it's a completion, a full covering. It's a full blown eclipse kind of a thing. It happens with the full moon and when it's in the North Node as well. So this is definitely something that you really need to push yourself a little bit and get out of your comfort zone. It's like when people are afraid to share their feelings or ask or whatever, you just have to ask. As you grow in maturity, you will have no problem asking. When you're young, you're so nervous or worried about what somebody else is going to think or what they're going to think or whatever. That is more of an immature, not immature in a bad way. It's just more of a younger type of thinking. As we mature, we're not afraid to do that kind of stuff. And if we are, we still have homework to do on ourselves. But our feelings and emotions, if, you like me, you want to go out, you want to make, you're not going to just blam, be cold and that kind of a thing. But you do want to be not afraid to ask and not afraid to share. When you're afraid to share or ask, then the situation's not right, the person's not right, or the job's not right, or your boss is not right, or might not be right. But anyway, it's not a right situation. You should be feeling free. So take that risk. Get out of your comfort zone. I mean, I used to be terrified as a younger person, but I've gone through sexual abuse. And by the way, I am going to do a full-blown video on how sexual abuse can affect you into your adulthood and how to heal, help you heal, and tell you my story. So watch for that coming up. Because I think it's really important, because 1 in 3 women are sexually abused and 1 in 5 men are sexually abused. And Divine has been saying, share your story. So I guess I'm going to be doing that. But the thing is that we do need to step out and not be afraid to step out. Step out in love, not fear. When you love yourself enough, then you value yourself enough to ask. I don't want to waste my time. Time is precious. We do not want to waste 1 minute of time. Time is precious, so ask. Don't waste time. This is going to be huge. You've got some newness coming to you. You've got something beautiful coming. Somebody's got some travel coming. Somebody's got a rekindling of a relationship or a friendship or whatever is coming. However, make sure that you're controlling your feelings and not your feelings controlling you, and listen to your intuition. All right? That's your reading for today. Now, don't forget, new moon on the 10th. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing that this month. I probably am, but subscribe, hit the bell. You'll know when I'm on doing that. And also, the dailies are still going. Dailies every morning, Monday through Friday, and they're 1 minute long. Inspiration, kick your butt, get your day going, get yourself smiling, and that kind of a thing. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Please like those so I know you're watching. And then don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll know when those are on. Or go on today and watch Wednesdays. It's already up there if you're watching on Wednesday. All right? Take care, you guys. I hope you have a great week, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.